Welcome to Rare Breed Brotherhood. People talk even when they're silent. You just have to know how to listen. Before you even say a word, a Sigma male has already picked up on things most people would completely miss. The way you walk in, the way your eyes scan the room, the way you either carry your energy or try to hide it. Sigma males don't wait for conversations. They notice everything before the talking starts. That's because Sigma males aren't distracted by surface-level noise. They're tuned in, always watching from the sidelines, where they pick up on the little things that others ignore. You don't have to tell them your intentions, your fears, or your mask. They've already seen it. That might sound intense, but here's the beautiful part. They're not watching to judge. They're watching to understand. Now, if you're a Sigma female, this might feel familiar. You do the same thing. You don't just take people at face value. You feel them. You sense the room, the energy, the tension. You know when something's off, even when everyone else pretends it's fine. That's not paranoia. That's clarity. You're not too much or too quiet or too hard to read. You're built differently for depth, not small talk. That's what makes you powerful. And that's why Sigma males recognize you instantly. Not because you're loud, but because your energy speaks for you. So remember this. The quiet ones see more than you think. And the world always underestimates the ones who don't need to speak to be heard. Let's dive in rare breeds. Number 1, your intention walks in before you do. You might think your words explain who you are, but by the time you speak, a Sigma male already knows what you're about. That's because your intention, why you showed up, what you're looking for, what you're hoping to gain, walks in ahead of you. And a Sigma male doesn't just notice it, he decodes it. These guys don't rely on small talk to figure people out. They watch how you enter a room, the speed of your walk, where your eyes land first, how your energy changes when you're noticed or ignored. To most people, this would seem like background noise. But to a Sigma male, it's a full-blown message. They can tell if you're here to genuinely connect or if you're scanning the room for someone to impress. They notice if you're silently sizing everyone up, trying to figure out how to stand out or how to stay unnoticed. They feel the tension in your vibe if you're trying to dominate the space without saying a word, or if you're playing the role of the humble observer while secretly craving validation. See, Sigma males don't deal in surface behavior. They read energy, and energy doesn't lie. What makes this so powerful and a little unsettling is that they don't need time to get to know you. They just see you. It's instinct, it's pattern recognition. It's emotional intelligence mixed with raw experience. And they've learned that intention is usually more revealing than words ever are. So when you walk into a room thinking you're putting on your best face, just know, if there's a Sigma male around, he's not watching your smile. He's watching your reason for smiling. He's not listening to your words. He's listening to what they're trying to hide. And if you're a Sigma female, you do this too. You feel people's motives. You read their silence. You don't just hear them. You understand what they're not saying. That's your edge. Don't second guess it. Number 2, your internal conflict leaks through. You might think you're hiding it well, but you're not. That quiet inner conflict you carry, that feeling of pretending to be fine when you're far from it, a Sigma male picks up on that instantly. Not because he's trying to expose you, but because he's lived it. You see, most people walk through life in performance mode, smiling when they're drained, acting confident when they're crumbling, playing it cool when they're desperate for connection. And while that might fool the average person, it doesn't slip past a Sigma male. He notices the microexpressions, the way your shoulders hold tension, how your eyes shift when someone challenges you, and the slight hesitation before you speak. These are all tiny signals, but to a Sigma male, they're loud. Why? Because he knows what it feels like to live in that space between who you are and who the world expects you to be. He knows how it feels to walk into a room wearing a version of yourself that isn't quite real. So, when he sees someone else doing it, he doesn't need words. He sees the strain behind your laugh, the doubt behind your confidence, the weight you're carrying behind your eyes. The truth is, Sigma males aren't trying to judge you. They're trying to understand you. That's the difference. They're not watching you to call you out. They're watching because they've trained themselves to read people deeper than surface-level masks. So if you feel seen when you're around someone and can't explain why, it's probably a Sigma male. And if you're a Sigma female yourself, you've probably done this too. You've looked at someone and thought, they're not okay, even though they're pretending to be. That's not a coincidence, that's your gift. And the world desperately needs more of it. Number 3, the story you keep repeating to yourself. Every person walks around carrying a story. Most don't even realize it, but it's there, playing in the background like a looped song. It shapes how you talk, how you walk, how you react when no one's watching. And while you might think you're keeping it private, a Sigma male sees it almost instantly. He doesn't need to read your journal or hear your life story. He reads you. The way you carry yourself tells him everything. Whether you see yourself as the underdog, the outsider, the misunderstood genius, the unlovable one, the fighter, or the forgotten. This isn't magic, it's awareness. Sigma males have trained themselves to look beyond behavior and into the belief behind it. They've done the hard work of digging into their own stories, so now they can recognize patterns in others. If you see yourself as a victim, it shows in the way you shrink when challenged or expect disappointment. If you believe you're invisible, it's in the way you avoid eye contact or stay quiet even when you have something to say. The wild thing? You don't even need to open your mouth. Your vibe speaks before you do. Sigma males don't judge you for the story you've lived in. They just notice whether you're stuck in it or rewriting it. And that is what makes all the difference. Are you still living in the pain from 5 years ago? Or are you using that pain to build something new? If you're a Sigma female, you probably know exactly what this means. You can spot someone's internal story just by how they move through a room. And you've probably rewritten your own story more than once, quietly, without asking for applause. That's what makes you rare. You're not defined by what happened to you. You're defined by what you decided to become afterward. Keep rewriting. The right ones will notice. Number 4. If you're a predator or prey. You don't have to tell a Sigma male your life story. They don't need details about your past to understand which side of the survival game you've been playing. Predator or prey. It's written all over your energy, your posture, even the way you breathe. If you've been a predator, they sense the sharp edges, how you move with purpose, the quick calculating glint in your eyes, the silent command you issue without words. Predators carry a kind of fierce confidence, a readiness to strike or defend, always alert, always sizing up their surroundings. Sigma males recognize that survival mode because many have lived there too, where trust is a liability and power must be taken, not given. But if you've been prey, it's just as clear. They see the subtle signs of submission, the lowered gaze, the careful avoidance, the tense muscles ready to either flee or freeze. It's not weakness, it's survival. And Sigma males don't look down on that. They've felt that vulnerability, that pressure to blend in and avoid the danger lurking around every corner. They know the trauma patterns that come with each role, how predators can hide wounds behind armor, and how prey carries scars under their silence. This isn't about labeling or judging, it's about understanding where you come from, how you've adapted, and what you still carry inside. If you're a Sigma female, you might feel this tension within yourself, part predator, part prey, sometimes fiercely protective, sometimes quietly cautious. Sigma males see both sides because they've lived both. They know the cost of each, the strength in each, and the balance it takes to survive without losing yourself. When you meet a Sigma male, understand this. He doesn't just see the surface. He reads the survival story you carry, and that's why he respects the battles you've fought, even before you say a word. Number 5. If you're comfortable in your own skin. Confidence is easy to fake until you're in the presence of someone who truly sees you. Sigma males don't fall for loud voices, big gestures, or forced smiles. They can tell almost instantly whether you're genuinely grounded in who you are, or if you're just playing confident to survive the moment. They're not looking for perfection, they're looking for peace. The kind of peace that shows up in stillness. The kind that doesn't need to prove anything, impress anyone, or dominate a room. That's the kind of confidence Sigma males respect, and they can spot it from across the room. See, there's a massive difference between someone who is confident and someone who's just performing confidence. When you're truly comfortable in your own skin, you don't need to speak over others. You don't need validation, applause, or a role to play. Your body language is calm. Your energy is quiet but steady. You're not trying to be liked. You're just being, and that's powerful. But when someone walks in with puffed-up energy, overly rehearsed stories, or this constant need to be seen, it's obvious. Not to everyone, maybe. But to a Sigma male, it's clear as day. That's because they've had to earn their own self-respect the hard way. They've faced silence, solitude, and inner chaos, and came out the other side knowing who they are without needing a crowd to confirm it. So, when they see someone trying to fake that peace, they feel it in their bones. If you're a Sigma female, you've probably noticed this too. You're drawn to stillness, not flash. You don't care if someone's popular, flashy, or loud. What pulls you in is authenticity, the kind that can sit in silence without squirming. So, if you're at peace with who you are, don't shrink. That stillness you carry, that quiet confidence, it's rare, it's powerful, and the right people will feel it before you say a word. Number 6, the mask you're wearing. Everyone wears a mask. It's how we survive in a world that demands we hide our true selves, our fears, doubts, and vulnerabilities. But Sigma males, they don't get fooled by your mask. They don't rush to tear it off or call you out. Instead, they watch it like a historian studies ancient ruins, carefully, patiently, and with deep understanding. They notice the cracks in your facade, the tiny tells that show where you're stretched too thin, where you're afraid to fall apart. Maybe it's the forced smile that doesn't reach your eyes, the stiff posture you try to keep even when your body screams for rest, or the way you pause too long before answering, as if rehearsing what you should say. Sigma males don't judge you for wearing a mask. They know everyone needs one. What they do notice is how much energy it's costing you to keep it on, and how long you've been hiding behind it. They see the difference between a mask you wear to protect yourself and one you wear because you're scared to show your real self, even to yourself. They sense the fear, the vulnerability, the unspoken pain beneath the paint job. This isn't about catching you in a lie. It's about understanding the weight you carry every time you step into a room. If you're a Sigma female, this probably hits close to home. You know what it feels like to hide your true thoughts and feelings, to craft a version of yourself that others find acceptable. But deep down, you also know how exhausting it is and how liberating it would be to let that mask drop, even just a little. Sigma males get that. They don't expect perfection or bravery all the time. They simply see the real you behind the mask, waiting for a moment of peace, and that in itself is powerful. Number 7, if you're a thinker or a reactor. Before you even say a word, a Sigma male has already figured out if you're a thinker or a reactor. It's not about what you say, it's how you move, how you scan the room, how your eyes drift to your phone or linger on someone across the space. These small, almost invisible clues tell him whether you process the world with calm thought or raw impulse. Thinkers don't rush. They don't jump to conclusions or react to every shift in energy. They pause, weigh options, and quietly calculate their next move. If you're a thinker, your body language shows it. You might be still, measured, observing without rushing. Your attention isn't scattered, it's focused. You're not trying to dominate the moment, but you're fully present in it. On the other hand, reactors move differently. They respond quickly to emotions, tensions, or disruptions. Their energy spikes and dips like a live wire. You might notice a quick glance, a sharp intake of breath, or a sudden change in posture before they even speak. They feel first and think later, or sometimes not at all. Sigma males watch all this in silence. They don't judge either type. They simply read you. Because understanding whether someone leads with reason or reaction tells them how to interact with you, how to give you space, or challenge you. If you're a Sigma female, you already know the power of being a thinker. You don't need to prove yourself with loud opinions or fast responses. You take your time, trust your mind, and watch the chaos unfold before stepping in. But if you're a reactor, there's strength in that too. It means you're alive, tuned into your feelings and ready to respond when the moment demands it. Sigma males respect that rawness just as much. At the end of the day, knowing which side you lean toward helps you own your presence, and Sigma males notice that balance before you even speak. Number 8. Your personal frequency. You might not realize it, but every person carries a unique frequency. It's not something you see or hear, it's something you feel. Some people vibrate with restless hunger, always chasing, needing more. Others pulse with calm peace, steady and unshakable. And then there are those whose frequency buzzes with deception, layered and hard to trust. Sigma males don't just listen to what you say or watch how you act. They tune into that deeper energy you emit before a single word leaves your lips. It's like a radio dial they adjust without effort, picking up on the true signal beneath all the noise. This frequency reveals everything: your mood, your intent, your emotional state. If you're anxious, it rings out like static. If you're confident, it hums strong and steady. If you're hiding something, it's a subtle offbeat that throws off the whole rhythm. What makes this so fascinating is that it's involuntary. You can't fake your personal frequency. It leaks through your body language, your microexpressions, even your breath. You might be smiling, but if your frequency is off, Sigma males will feel that disconnect immediately. If you're a Sigma female, you understand the power of this invisible energy. You know when someone's off without needing proof. You trust your gut because it's tuned to those frequencies, picking up signals others miss. This personal frequency is your true voice before you speak. It's raw, unfiltered, and honest, whether you like it or not. Sigma males don't just hear your words, they listen to your frequency. And if your frequency is authentic and clear, it pulls them in. If it's messy or masked, they stay alert, waiting for the real you to emerge. In the end, your personal frequency is your silent language, and Sigma males are the best listeners. Number 9. If you're seeking power or meaning. Most people want power in some form, control over situations, people, or outcomes. It's a natural instinct, but it's often shallow. Power is about having influence, bending the world to your will, or making sure you don't get stepped on. It's loud, hungry, and obvious. Then there's meaning, a quieter, deeper drive that isn't about control, but about understanding. Meaning asks questions that power doesn't. Why am I here? What truly matters? What legacy am I leaving? It's patient, reflective, and often invisible at first glance. Sigma males don't confuse these two. They see exactly where your energy goes. They watch your eyes, not just what they look at, but what they avoid. Do you zero in on status, material things, or competition? Or do your eyes linger on ideas, moments of truth, or people's real emotions? They notice if you chase after control like it's a trophy, or if you quietly search for something that lasts beyond the noise. This difference is clear to them because they live in that space, always questioning, always pushing past the surface. If you're a Sigma female, you might already feel this tug. Maybe you've grown tired of the games that come with power and status. Maybe you want something real, a reason to get up in the morning that isn't just about winning or proving yourself. Sigma males respect that craving for meaning because they have it too. It's why they often stay on the edges, observing, thinking, waiting for something that speaks to their deeper self. So when you step into a room, know this: Sigma males can tell if you're here to grab power or to find meaning. And that knowledge shapes everything: how they approach you, how they respond, and whether they stay or walk away. Because at the end of the day, power fades, but meaning lasts. Number 10. Your real social rank. You can walk into a room dressed sharp, flanked by people who laugh at all your jokes and speaking like you run the place. And maybe others buy it. Maybe they treat you like you're important because of your job title, your money, or the image you've built. But a Sigma male? He's not impressed. He doesn't respond to noise. He reads the signal beneath it. Sigma males don't care about how many people follow you, who name drops you, or how expensive your watch is. What they look for is something much harder to fake: substance. They can tell whether your power is built on real respect or just fear, whether people actually trust you, or if they're just orbiting around you because they want something, and most importantly, they can tell if you believe in your own authority or if you're just performing it. To a Sigma male, the loudest person in the room is often the most insecure. The one who truly holds power rarely needs to announce it. They see when someone walks in trying to dominate with volume, or trying to buy admiration with luxury. And they also spot the quiet person in the corner who says very little, but holds the room with their calm presence. That's real rank, and Sigma males respect that. If you're a Sigma female, you get this. You've walked into places where others overlooked you, until they realized you didn't care about winning them over. That's when the dynamic shifted. Because real presence, real power, doesn't need a spotlight. It creates one. So next time someone flexes their status, remember, it's not about who shouts the loudest or shines the brightest. It's about who stands firm without needing validation. Sigma males know the difference, and so do you. Real influence doesn't follow hype, it follows truth. Number 11. If you're used to getting away with things. There's a certain energy that people give off when they're used to getting away with things. It's almost like a signature, an invisible mark that Sigma males spot instantly. It's not about what you say or even what you do, it's the way you carry yourself, the unspoken confidence that says, I can bend the rules and nobody can touch me. Maybe it's a subtle smirk, barely noticeable if you're not paying attention, or a tilt of the head, a relaxed posture that signals you're above the consequences. This kind of entitlement isn't loud, but it's unmistakable. It's the energy of shortcuts taken without guilt, of boundaries crossed without care, and of favors called in like currency. Sigma males don't respect that energy. In fact, they quietly distrust it. Because to them, real strength isn't about cheating the system or slipping through cracks. It's about standing firm when the pressure's on, even when no one's watching. They've learned that shortcuts rarely build something lasting, and those who rely on them often crumble when real challenges arrive. If you're a Sigma female, this might hit close to home. Maybe you've been in situations where you've leaned on your charm, your network, or your reputation to get by. Maybe you've seen others do the same and wondered how far it can take them. Sigma males see through all of it. They know when your untouchable vibe is just a mask for fear or insecurity. This isn't a call-out, it's a truth. Sigma males value authenticity and accountability above all. They respect those who own their actions, who face consequences head-on, and who build their power from the ground up. So if you've been used to getting away with things, be ready. Sigma males already know, and they won't be impressed. In conclusion, before you say a word, your truth is already speaking. What Sigma males know about you before you even speak isn't some secret magic or psychic ability. It's the result of paying attention to what most people miss, the quiet signals your mind and body send out without trying. They read your energy, your history, your fears, and your intentions like an open book. And here's the honest truth. They see through the masks, the games, and the noise. But this isn't about exposing you to shame or judgment. It's about recognizing your power and your struggles. Sigma males know what it means to carry your story silently, to balance strength with vulnerability, to live outside the crowd yet crave real connection. They see that behind your calm, there's a whole world of experience shaping who you are, and that makes you real, not perfect. If you are a Sigma male, or walking that path, you've already mastered something most haven't. The ability to observe without needing to control, to understand without rushing to fix, and to stay true to yourself even when the world expects otherwise. That's rare. That's powerful. So instead of fearing what others might see before you speak, own it. Your truth, your story, your frequency, they're your greatest weapons and your most authentic armor. Sigma males don't just know you before you speak, they respect you for who you are beneath it all. Remember this, you don't have to shout to be heard. Sometimes the loudest message is the one that's felt quietly, long before a single word leaves your lips. Keep walking your path with courage and clarity, because what you truly are is always louder than what you say. Thank you for watching. God bless you.